Straw Hut Media.
We're better together with Ann and Heather.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Better Together with Ann and Heather and Ryan. We are in a celebration this year. First of all, I just have to say, we have come through an entire year with Better Together with Ann and Heather.
We have
done over 40. Now I think we're at like 45. We've had some of the most incredible guests, and I think this is a little bit of looking back at the year, saying our perseverance, which we do talked about with our audience, is that we did something that we set out to do, and what we wanted to do with Better Together is put something into the world that would make things better for other people, that would encourage loving kindness, and that would bring us to a place where we feel like we are more because we've listened to the show, we've listened to the experts, and we've listened to the love that we have tried to build for not only our families but our friends. And I guess I feel like we can say, well, we accomplished that. We did it. I'm very proud to be your partner in this, and I feel very grateful.
I mean, I think that likewise. And I think that we set out to kind of learn from other people and from them learning from us. And I just think about all that we've gotten from doing this together with each other, learning from each other, from all of the honesty that our guests have had, from us just being honest with each other, talking about the things that are going on in our lives. We've learned about money. We've learned about relationships. We've learned about raising our kids. We've learned about marriage. We really have taken on a lot. And I feel personally, we set out to do this to give something to other people, but I feel like I have just gained so much from everybody, and I can't wait to continue to do it in the next year.
I know. When I was looking at Bitcoin, okay, so one of our things with Jason Tardik, of course, is that we were going to buy Bitcoin for Better Together, and I just have to say we've stayed exactly even, just so you know. We have not lost any money on our $50 here.
Good.
But I do want to say that when we give to ourselves, and just like what you're saying, when we quote give to others, we are giving to ourselves. And I had to giggle at myself. I mean, I did say a couple of months ago, I knew nothing about Bitcoin. It was confusing as hell to me. I did not know what was going on with my taxes. That was confusing as hell to me. I didn't understand what was going on. I still don't know
what's going on with my taxes.
With my credit cards. And looking at the truth and seeking it and having the courage to face it sometimes leaves you in a place of going, oh, holy Toledo. But I will tell you, I have turned around facing the demons that I bury. This is something that has happened this year. Whether we're talking about with Dr. Ian, talking about our red zone and green zone, the things that have become puzzle pieces to help me face the things that I don't want to face are huge in my toolbox this year.
Right, which is money and technology.
Tools. Money and technology. We're still worrying a little bit about technology, but now I feel better already saying that because we've gone through a lot this year.
By the way,
I have faced a lot.
Last night, Beanie came in and said, "Mom, I got this really weird job." And I said, what is it? She's like, well, look at this picture, first of all. And it's a picture of Beanie with like 1,000 cameras on a stick. And what are they doing? She's like, they're making an NFT out of me.
Oh my God.
That they're sending to space.
Oh
and
my
I
God.
said, what in the world are you talking about? But since I had a little bit of knowledge from Jason that an NFT is a non-fungible token.
Yes.
And I learned a little bit what that is. And so they're making an NFT of Beanie Boylston that they are sending into space, which God. I still need to talk to Jason about this because I'm still confused. Well, but she gets 60% of whatever it makes.
Well, I don't understand why we wouldn't have it. Well, I mean, come on, let's have a Better Together NFT.
Of course, that was where my next thought went.
Yes.
But anyways, I never would have known. I wouldn't have had a handle on it. So Jason probably would have laughed as I was explaining it to Beanie. You know.
Yeah. Well, good for her.
But isn't that cool?
Not only is that cool, but I think, according to Homer now, who is big into NFTs, I think we can invest in that. So that's the other question you have to ask Beanie, if we can buy a bit of Beanie's NFT.
Well, and again, we got to go back to Jason, so we won't harp on this too long. I do believe that one person owns it. I think that it's digital art and that one person owns it. Then they sell it, obviously. So, I mean, we might want to investigate if we want to buy Beanie's
that's what I mean.
non-fungible, whatever the frig.
Yes.
And then watch her rise.
And then watch her
rise to stardom,
Yeah, I
literally
absolutely want to
in
do that.
space, and
Well,
then sell it.
all right. Well, let's
I'm like,
invest in Beanie. Absolutely.
isn't that
If there's one
fantastic?
person I'd like to invest in, it's Beanie Boylston for sure.
So, anyways, that I thought that was fun. So.
Well, congratulations to Beanie. I want to talk about what we did this week, but leading up to our Thanksgiving weekend, because there have been some really wonderful things that have happened and some reconnections. And I know that you had your best friend in. And talk about that, because she came in from Europe and then you guys took a little girls trip, didn't you?
We talked, it's actually, that's two separate groups, but we talked about with Dr. E planning for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And I had mentioned my friend who has a difficult family dynamic that has had difficult trips in the past. So this time she came with a full plan. She actually went so far as to write out an itinerary to tell her parents when she would be spending time with him. So there was no expectations
smart.
about, are you going to come over
takes away
tonight?
and alleviates all of that. Where are you?
Yes.
Why aren't you here?
Anyways,
Guilt.
it's working like a charm.
It
so I
is.
just thought I'd give that update.
Good, a little bit of a schedule helps.
Yes, it's working like a charm. But before that, I went to a place called Three Rivers with three of my best friends from high school, Dom, Marco, and Lori. And we went up to Three Rivers. Dom bought a place by the river there. So Marco comes to pick me up, and he has rented a Porsche, my dream Porsche.
Oh no,
the
is
convertible?
It baby blue?
No, it's white. It's the white
Okay.
convertible Porsche, and we drive it
my
up
gosh.
to Three Rivers. And now we're on the way there, and of course Lori or Dom texts me, and they're like, "We need to get some oat milk." Okay, so picture us pulling into this tiny little town in Three Rivers to the little market, like douchebags, in our Porsche. Looking for oat milk.
Yeah, totally.
I was embarrassed with myself.
Yes, embarrassed
I
for you,
couldn't.
yes.
But lo and behold, they were out of oat milk.
Yeah, well,
They actually had
some other douchebags from LA came up and got
oat
it
milk,
first.
and they were out of oat milk.
Yeah.
So we drive up to this place that's on the river. It's fantastic. I walk in there, and Dom and I lived together in our 20s. We had this fabulous place off of Melrose in our 20s, and Marco too. And we just had a blast. But I walk in there, and it was all the furniture that she had in storage from our apartment. So as I walked in there, it was a blast from the past.
Wow.
It's like around this little coffee table that we would have our meals on when we were 20. And so it was fascinating to be there in that space. And
what'd you do? Did you like drop acid or like, I mean, come
Well,
on,
funny-
what was the exciting thing that you did? Let's go.
Funny
I
you
want to
should
hear
say
about
that.
girls and boys on vacation.
I brought
Let's do it.
Well, first of all, I'm a scientist about not getting a hangover.
Oh,
I've
whoa.
got a patch on my wrist that is supposed to not give you a hangover. I've got some juice that I drink. I've got the whole setup.
Yeah.
And then we've got a shit ton of
You've
wine
done a
and tequila
Pedialyte douche.
and all of this. And I did buy some legal marijuana to
Oh,
partake
okay,
in.
good.
But half of them won't smoke it anymore because I don't even know why. But what Dom would do is mushrooms.
Here we go. We're getting to the
She
fun.
had a magic mushrooms that I had not done in 30 years.
Yes.
And I'm always afraid to do, drugs. So
Yes.
I did a tiny little bit, right? But just enough. And then Marco says, guess what, you guys? There's a lunar eclipse tonight.
No.
So we were at the river, lying flat on our backs, looking up at the moon.
Wow.
For this lunar eclipse.
Yeah.
And the moon lit up. It was fantastic. Not all of us partook in the mushrooms, so I had to say, is it as amazing to you as it is to me?
Right.
And apparently it was pretty amazing. There are bears there, which freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Give me an earthquake any day of the week.
Yeah.
But the idea of a bear,
Yeah. Did you see one?
we did not, but she showed me pictures of it
Right.
on the property, like when it was there before. And so I was a little bear scared. And we
Okay.
went and hiked in the sequoias, and it was just amazing.
Well, I got to get back to the mushrooms because mushrooms are supposed to dive you into a deeper, maybe a more open space of consciousness. Did you experience that, or just the moon?
The moon? Yeah, no, it was, you know what? It was different than I remember it to be. It was more
The
like
moon
we
or
were
drugs?
laughing. The mushrooms, I hadn't done mushrooms since like college. And that was like mind altering. You'd see like trails
Yes,
and
yeah,
lights. And
right.
this wasn't quite that.
Do you think it's because we're older, or I mean?
Well, it's because I'm more cautious, I'm sure. Back then, I probably ate an entire bag, and this time I took a little mushroom cap,
Right,
and
right.
a little bit of a stem, and we played Jenga and Magna tiles and gin. And then. I have horrible taste in music, so there's always the point in the night where it's like, oh God, you just got to let Kenny Rogers happen, you guys, because you know
when to fold them, because this is where Heather has 3 top songs that she likes to sing, and
it's true,
and there it is.
And they've known me since high school, and I did that in high school.
Yes.
So there was a discussion about me evolving musically. That went on for a bit till I got aggravated, and I'm like, I like what I like, and now is the portion where you play, Kenny Rogers, and aren't you glad I know the words?
Well, I love your 3 rivers, and next time you do mushrooms, please invite me. When we come back, we're going to talk to our dearest Ryan, because he took a trip to Mexico City, and we want to hear how he prepped for his Thanksgiving in Mexico City. Healthy snacks have a bad reputation. And let's be honest, most don't taste very good. They don't fill you up, and they certainly don't satisfy your cravings. This episode is sponsored by Monk Pack, who makes snacks that taste like our favorite sugary treats, but with 1 gram of sugar or less.
Not only are Monk Pack keto granola bars so low on sugar, but they're also low on carb, containing 2 to 3 grams of net carbs, and they're only 140 calories. Plus, they're gluten-free, grain-free, plant-based, and non-GMO, with no soy, trans fat, sugar, or high-intensity sweeteners. That's a really healthy granola bar, bro.
What's in them if they don't have all that? Well, they're great for anyone following a keto lifestyle. They're also the perfect snack for anyone who's trying to eat better or cut back on sugar and carbs without sacrificing taste. Monk Pack Keto Granola Bars have a soft and chewy texture and come in delicious flavors like coconut, cocoa chip, peanut butter, and blueberry almond vanilla.
My favorite has been the blueberry almond vanilla, in case you're wondering. It tastes just like those old-fashioned blueberry donuts, but I know it has almost no sugar. I use it to lay a base before I go drinking. You got to lay a base.
She's laying a base, folks.
Laying a base.
They're perfect for a quick breakfast or a night out drinking, a snack between Zoom calls, or a guilt-free dessert. They taste incredible, and you can't beat the low sugar nutrition they provide. And by shopping online, you can avoid another trip to the grocery store by getting Monk Pack delivered right to your door.
I've been doing that lately. You
Monk
order
Pack,
it, yes, and it just comes right to you.
To your door.
Yeah, super handy.
No.
All right. Love it. Try it for yourself and you'll see. We have a special deal for our listeners. Get 20% off your first purchase of any Monk Pack product by visiting monkpack.com and entering our code BETTER at checkout. Look at us saving people money and stuff. Come on, and keeping them healthy.
Well, so Monk Pack is so confident in their product, it's backed with 100% satisfaction guarantee. I wish I had that from my date last night. If you don't like it for any reason, they'll exchange the product or refund your money, whichever you prefer. So eat it and then get your money back.
To get started, just go to MonkPack, MUNKPACK.com, and select any products. Then enter the code BETTER at checkout to save 20% off your purchase. That's real money, folks. Monk Pack, delicious, nutritious food you can count on. Monk Pack.
We're back, and
our producer Ryan took a trip that we want to hear all about from start to finish. The surprise.
Yes, because it was a birthday surprise, and we know this. So it started with a birthday surprise for Max. If we want to hear, we want to hear what the delight was, buddy. How did it go?
Well, I loved Mexico City. I thought it was so fun. I mean, the surprise got ruined. I told you that. I asked. Her family wanted me to give them advice on like what to get her for her birthday. And so I was like, well, I'm doing this trip. If you want to like contribute, like buy us a dinner or like do like a tour thing there.
Right,
if you want
great
to,
idea.
And anyway, they ended up not doing that. But then on her, or before her birthday, they said, have fun in Mexico. And she was just so She was so confused. She didn't know what that meant.
Not only did they not help, not only did they not like add to the pot, they stole the pot.
They stole it.
No, we're going to take the glory. We're going to tell her that you're going to Mexico.
I was so bummed. But regardless, we still had a lot of fun. And what I wanted to do, because I found out this thing that you could do in San Diego is walk across this bridge into the Tijuana airport. And so we parked in San Diego and I walked across this bridge. And I walked in and I walked right into the Tijuana airport and we flew out. And your flights are only like $40 to Mexico City round
You've
trip.
got to be kidding.
I kid you not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's something for everybody to understand because, well, look, I think everybody's trying to take a trip and understand how they can do it economically because it's a really hard
Insane.
thing to do right now.
And
I trying to figure out how to travel.
I used to go to Tijuana
when
when I was in college like that. We'd park in San Diego
Yeah.
and walk over and drink because we weren't 21.
The cool thing about this, if anyone wants to look it up, it's called CBX. And they actually do shuttles from LA to CBX, the bridge. And it's not, you're not dealing with the Tijuana border. You just literally walk across the bridge and then you're in the airport and it's there. And then coming back is the exact same.
So it's incredibly safe and secure.
Yeah. And well, and it's like, if you've ever driven across the border, like it takes like 4 hours to get across driving.
Really?
Whereas this is, it took like 5 minutes. I'm in Mexico and then vice versa coming back. It was so fast.
How did you find this out?
I have friends that, I grew up in San Diego and I had friends that did this and so it was so great. It was so great.
Okay, but then you get in the airplane and then do you go into, where do you fly into? And is that a huge pain in the neck?
No. Yeah. So you walk across the bridge. I'm in the Tijuana airport. I hop on a plane. I go to Mexico City. So that was it. It was easy.
And is it so you don't have to go through customs in Mexico City?
No.
Wait, back up. So when you go through, we're all fascinated.
Yeah.
So when you cross that bridge, do they ask for your passport?
Yes.
Seems like if I'm ever going to commit a crime and want to leave the country, I'm going to take that bridge to that airplane in Tijuana.
Well, you don't know what I'm planning because robbing banks might be our next. So you get into Mexico City and
get in.
And
it was
what?
only 3 nights. We were only there for 3
Yes.
nights. Uber is you know how it's so expensive right now here in Los
the worst.
Angeles?
Gas.
We did one of our trips. So the airport is 20 minutes away. That Uber cost us $8. And then we did this, the biggest thing that we did in this trip, we went to this town called Xochimilco.
Okay.
And it is the coolest town in the world. It's like 45 minutes from the heart of Mexico City. That Uber costs $15, and I'm going to show you this video of what so there's these canals that were built by the Aztecs, and then you can hop on these boats and you can rent them by the hour or by the whole day. And there's these little boats that come up next to you and they'll serve you tacos or make you margaritas. And there's like all these little
margaritas?
got our attention.
Tacos and margaritas.
That's it. That's all we care about.
And it's not $150 like at the Ace.
Exactly.
And they're not. And there's a guy and they don't paddle. They just have these long sticks and they push you with.
So it's kind of like a Mexican gondola.
It's a gondola. I'll show you this video. And there's like all these stops. And if you want to just stop, you tell your driver or whatever, just pull over. We want to buy a plant here, or we want to go get tacos at this place.
How do you communicate that? Do you speak fluent Spanish?
I know enough words.
Okay. Yes.
Not very well. Mags is much better. She was much better. But let me show you like these. Okay, here we go. Hit play on that video.
Well, all right.
So you can see what this looks like.
We're going to be able to go. You're going to be able to. Oh, beauty!
Look how cute
there she
Max
is. Oh my God! It looks like now.
Stop it!
Now here's the thing.
Okay, you guys. So what we're looking at, and if you go onto YouTube, we'll put this video up here. It's just fantastic. It's these colorful boats.
It's like this all the time. It's just
all
colorful and playful, and it's like that all the time. So
Yes.
why do we not live in Mexico City? Is my question.
Honestly, I have no idea.
Wow. All right.
Can we make a living there? Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Oh, you guys, we want to be able to show that video.
You'll have to go look at that because it's worth it.
And you rent the whole boat, and it can seat maximum of 18 people. And so we didn't know anything about this. We just wanted to do it, and so it ended up costing us like $50, but just for the two of us. But if you had 18 people, you split that 18
you guys
ways.
must have looked like ballers there.
We did.
You must have looked like
God.
me driving up in the Porsche to that little market in Three Rivers. You're like,
it was crazy. It was
Make it rain.
But you can bring on your own booze. We didn't do that really. When we found out we could do that, there was a liquor store like right there. So we walked in and grabbed like a 6-pack of beer and walked back. But everyone else had like decked out tables.
They were like ready to go for the whole day. Like, why wouldn't you?
So I'm already planning the next time we go back.
I mean, I'm ready to go with you.
Yes.
I
we
mean,
made friends with the guy who runs one of the boat. Like he owns like 5 or 6 boats and he's one of the few that speak English. So if anyone wants to go to Mexico City, I'll introduce you to Paco. He's great. We had drinks with him afterwards. He took us to this like speakeasy pulca place. It was great.
I can speak Spanish when I drink. But until then, all I know is uno más cerveza, por favor.
That's a good one to know.
She knows it.
Don't know the
El
baño?
Give me another drink.
Yes. And where's the bathroom?
And then where's the El baño?
That's all I got.
Well, that sounds. I'm sure Maggie was beyond. Even though I was surprised, got stoked, unstoked by her family. So I've been trying to cut down on carbs, sugar, and junk food and realized I basically can't eat anything anymore. And sometimes I'm just really craving something sweet. Magic Spoon is the perfect fix that feels like it's cheating, but it isn't. It has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. Plus, there are only 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free. It really has it all. And if you and your partner have different opinions on cereal flavors, don't worry. Magic Spoon's variety pack comes with 4 flavors: cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. All of the flavors from your childhood, but it's super nutritious. I just had the cocoa flavor this morning, and it is the perfect way to start my day. But you can always have a bowl in the afternoon, too, when you need a little pick-me-up. To get your hands on a variety pack of Magic Spoon, just go to magicspoon.com/better. If you use the special promo code BETTER while checking out, you can save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. I have a feeling you won't need a refund, though. Trust me, my pantry is fully stocked with Magic Spoon at all times. It's so good.
It's not stocked now because I stole it.
Heather stole it. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/better and use the code BETTER to save $5 off. What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Brian?
I have a big family that mostly lives in Los Angeles, San Diego. So we all meet up, like 100 people, like 5 turkeys, 50 pies. It's going to be wild. So I'm bringing a bunch of vegetables and making a pie and going to Manhattan Beach.
Oh, fantastic.
What are you guys doing?
Okay, well, I am going to a friend's house who I met at the tennis club. Atlas is now playing, for anybody who has paid attention, on the incredible celebration that Atlas has been having playing tennis. He's actually really, really good at it, and now looking like he's going to really commit to being a pro, which is one of the miracles that happened this year, and I can't believe that. So a couple of his friends are having us over since I have family here, and we're going to go over, and because everybody knows that I'm a backgammon, I just love it. It's one of my favorite games in the world. Happens to be one of theirs. So we're having a backgammon Thanksgiving. Everybody who plays, they're going to have about 40 people. Everybody who plays is going to bring over their backgammon board. I'm going to make an apple pie, but it's not an apple pie creme brulee. It's an apple pie bread pudding that I'm going to be making to go with and get our fingers all, I don't know, gooey, I guess, to put all over the pieces of backgammon. That's what I'm doing.
Love it.
How about you, Heather? Where are you going?
I'm going to Palos Verdes, not far from Ryan, to my little sister's house. Yeah. And her Saint Stephen is what we call him. Her husband is the nicest man in the universe and a fantastic cook. So he always makes a great turkey. The kids are coming with me. Beanie's bringing her boyfriend for the first time to meet my family, which will be easy. And
that's exciting. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. So I just go and help be Steve's sous chef and make some veggie dishes to bring over. And after that, we may go to Derek's. He's having a little shindig in West Hollywood, so we might go there for a nightcap.
And everybody who knows Derek knows that a little shindig isn't it? It isn't a little shindig. There's bound to be glitter and glitter.
I'm sure he's got feathers on his turkey or something.
Feathers, real feathers. He's
turkey.
The one thing about Derek, he doesn't pluck his turkey.
But I love Thanksgiving. It's such a fun holiday, and you already feel. I don't know if you feel this in other cities, but it's one of those you feel the vibe of the city, like the energy changes.
Yeah.
And it's a fun holiday. It's a drinking, eating holiday. What's wrong with that?
Best kind. I like that more.
That's fun. Well, I hope everybody drinks
and my kids drive now, so I have a designated driver home.
So you can drink there and you can drink on your way back. Hallelujah.
I think my sister's gonna drive, and she doesn't drink.
Yeah, you've always got to have one of those. Yeah,
this is good for me. Something to think about.
All right. Well, everybody have a wonderful. I mean, we're saying this on Thanksgiving Day, so what could be more wonderful?
Yes, we hope everybody has a fantastic Thanksgiving.
And if you listen to Better Together with Ann and Heather, we all are wishing you the most beautiful light and love and
what are we all thankful for? Kindness. We have to go around the table like we do at Thanksgiving.
Okay, Brian.
Okay. Well, I'll start. I'm thankful that I've met both of you, that we've started this project, that I think it's going to lead to something incredible. And I'm excited. Well, we are taking a break for I'm taking a month off, I think.
Just the December break.
Yes.
The December break. And I am excited to come back stronger than ever and make something great.
I have too. I think
we have some fun guests lined up.
We sure do.
When we come back.
Yeah. I think this year has been a lot of learning and growth. I feel like I've found my voice. I feel like we've really found a place where we're in sync. It takes longer than you think, folks. Like every single thing that you dedicate your life to and dedicate to making others feel better for, and you create a team. And I want to encourage more than anything the perseverance that takes and the commitment that takes from partners. So we're here and we've done this a year, and I can't wait for the next one. I'm very, very grateful.
And I'm grateful for both of you. I'm grateful for this podcast. I'm grateful for the people listening to it and supporting us.
Yeah.
And I think that it's such a gift to be able to do something that is fun for a living.
Yes.
And with people that are fantastic. And I haven't always been lucky like that. I've spent a lot of time in my career having to do work that I did not enjoy.
Yeah.
And so to be able to do something that I enjoy is just a huge gift that I am so grateful for.
Well, I hope everybody is having a wonderful prayer for everybody who is here, for everybody that we've lost, and for everybody who will come into our lives in this next year. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Until next time.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Live in loving kindness.
And don't be a dick.
And a big thanks to our Better Together team, Ryan Tillotson, Silvana Alcala, Daniel Ferreira, and of course, Ann and Heather. If you haven't already, please subscribe on whatever device or platform you're listening to this on. And as always, see you next week.